morning, ladies and gentlemen. Great, thank you so much. Thank you. I mean, a lot of people have spoken this morning, and we've been hearing words like AI, computing, a lot of buzzwords going around. And some of you have been asking, what exactly does this mean for my business? Now, this conversation today is going to help us move beyond the buzzwords. We're going to be exploring how SMEs can leverage technology, not because it's trendy, but because it can help you become better businesses. And I'm talking about better productivity, better customer engagement, better revenue, and also make your businesses fit for the future. And to help us unpack this conversation, we're privileged to have two exceptional leaders whose combined experiences spans technology, digital transformation, financial services, innovation, and leadership across Africa and beyond. Now, the very first panelist I'll be introducing has over 2 decades of experience leading technology transformation across 22 African markets. You may want to put your hands together for that. And he has helped to shape the digital strategies of one of Africa's largest financial institutions. Please welcome with me the Executive Director, IT and Digitization at Access Holdings PLC, Mr. 𝗦𝗰𝗵𝗹𝗶. Please put your hands together for him. Good morning, Mr. Larry. And joining us next is our second speaker, who has extensive experience supporting banks and financial institutions across multiple markets in driving digital transformation, cloud adoption, and AI-enabled innovation. Please welcome with me the Country Manager, Financial Services Industry at Huawei Nigeria, 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏. Please put your hands together for her. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, I'd like to start with you, Mr. Larry. And just like I had said earlier, a lot of buzzwords have been going around. So many people don't even understand what it means. So from your perspective, I'd like you to tell us what you think digital transformation is and how businesses have been getting it wrong over the years.
All right, thank you very much. And I'm happy to be here. And good morning to every one of you. And Prof, thank you for a very good presentation, telling us about AI and everything around AI. Digital transformation is, like AI is buzzwords. There are so many buzzwords that have been around for a long time. There was a time internet was actually a buzzword, right? Just so you know, AI has been around since the 1940s. The only thing that changed is that we now have cloud technology. We now have supercomputer that can, do so many things. So all those things coming together makes AI to work faster for every one of us. And the best way to try and explain that to you so that you can easily understand is AI is just a predictive model. What is a predictive model? If you write a letter, you start with dear sir, madam, right? AI, the next time you want to write that same letter, when you say dear, you say sir or madam. If you say yes, if it's correct, then it notes that that's how you write your letter, right? So it does that over time until it can predict everything that you want to do. Now, it's been doing that for the past since 1940. However, the speed of transition has been very slow, i.e. systems can only work for as fast as they are right now. But with the coming of supercomputers, you've heard of a company called NVIDIA, 𝗦𝗏, and the rest of them. Now they make this computer that can predict to now work very fast. So it's now doing this prediction at the speed of light, or even faster than the speed of light. So that's a little bit about AI. Now, to the topic that I've been asked to talk about, digital transformation is like every buzzword. I'm sure most of you, when you go back to your offices, you're going to tell your staff, we are going to transform our business, And, everybody will be talking about transformation. Just to give you insight, about 12 years ago, I worked, there was STB and UBA merged, right? And my job was to do digital transformation at that time. So I was the one that digitally transformed the two organizations. So that tells you this thing has been on for a very long time. So it's not a new thing. You know, people have been doing digital transformation for years. And when MTN came to Nigeria as well, I was one of the team that did the digital transformation for MTN. So it's not a new thing. Now, what does it mean? What it means for MTN, for UBA, for Access Bank is different from what it means for you as an SME. But the most important thing you need to take on in this conversation is that transformation, digital transformation is not technology. Please take technology apart, right? It's not just about technology. Technology is important. And the beautiful thing about it is that the technology that is needed is now simpler than it was a few years ago, right? So the most important thing about digitalization or transformation is understanding what you want, right? So if you are a small business and what you do is you sell products, there are some technology that you don't have any business going into those technology. You need to first understand, how do I want to serve my customers? You need to put the customer in the front, the middle, and at the end of everything. Now, once you understand what your customer needs, then it's easy for you to say, okay, fine. If I can do this and this and that, I can meet my customer's needs. And in doing this, what you're doing is you're transforming your business. Any business can be transformed. Even yourself as a person, you can transform yourself. I'll give you an example. There's something in process automation that we call the use. Every one of you do everything the same way. And we use the same method in finance as well to get rid of fraud. When we use your pattern, we know that Mr. A wakes up in the morning and he does this and does that and does that. But to now wake up all of a sudden, we find out that this man that is always doing transaction between 1,000 and 2,000 every day, all of a sudden is doing transaction of 20,000. Our system will stop it and will call you to find out, hey, is this you doing this transaction? That is just us using your mode of operation to study you. It's the same thing as transformation. Every one of you go to your house the same way every time. You do things the same way. Now, if you stay back for one day and ask yourself, the way I come to the office, is this the best way to come to this office? That is transformation, right? Transformation could be as easy as, I live in Ikorodu, I have to live in the house that I built, which is a good thing. But if you want to really think about it, why won't you just go and rent a house close to the place that you work, right? By the time you now do the analysis, you compute how much you save in transformation, in traveling up and down, and the impact of those, on your health. You now look at it and you now say, oh, by the way, let me rent my house in Ikorodu and look for an apartment close to the office. That is transformation. As simple as that is. It's just you sitting down and critically analyzing where you are right now and saying, how do I make this thing better from where I want to be? And also, transformation is not doing so many things at the same time. It's just taking one thing. If it's only one thing that this meeting, you hear, if it's only one thing that you can take to say, you know what, I'm going to transform this part of my business. Say, for example, when they come, it takes them 40 minutes to get service. I'm going to make that 20 minutes. If you can achieve that, you've transformed your business. Thank you.
Great. Please put your hands together for him. I think that's a very wonderful perspective he has there. And one key thing I picked there is that he said every business can be transformed. So for everyone who came here today thinking, let me just go, he has told you your business can be transformed. What you need to do is to listen to everything that is going to be dished out to you today and make sure to transform your business. Please put your hands together for him once again. Now I'm coming to you, Glory. You built a career across different markets, different cultures, different leadership roles. We want to hear from you. What experiences shaped your perspective on innovation?
So through my career, I think the most important thing that actually this is similar like Mr. Larry mentioned. The technology itself will not do the transformation. The technology it's only an enabler. So when the transformation happens, you have to combine deeply with your customers' challenge, the pain points, and what's the problem you want to fix for them. When this think comes out, then your transformation starts. It's not only a technology thing. So from my perspective about this transformation. Actually, for the China experience, China used 2 decades to do the transformation, not only in the banking industry or the government industry or even the SMEs. Like actually a lot of people mentioned that the SMEs count a lot for the country's GDP and also create a lot of valuable workforce chance for the peoples. So the most, if the SME did the transformation successfully, then it means this society goes to a transformation stage. So, for example, if the SME can do the business online, don't wait the customer. Don't wait you go to fetch the customer. Don't wait you go to talk with the customer. Yeah, the customer will come to you because you have your platform, you have your access, you have your online entrance for them to come for you because your product, because your obsession on customer, because your service. So they will come all the way to you to buy, to purchase, to do the transaction. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Clary. So one thing I picked from there is the fact that technology in itself is not the transformation, but it's an enabler. So you as the SME or the business owner is the transformation. Right? Thank you so much, Clary. So I'm back with you, Clary. Artificial intelligence is dominating conversations today, and that's not disputable, right? SME owners, but a lot of people see it as complex, as intimidating, and I want you to speak to how SMEs can move beyond those fears and start to,
I think this is a very simple question because for every humans, once the new technology emerges, the uncertainty is there. So once you access the new things, the fear is there. But the awareness is very important. After that one, you should think about what's the benefit for I to adopt AI. How can they boost my business? For the AI, from the global studies, you can see the AI will boost your business from the customer adoption, and you understand deeply about your customer, and you do the transaction based on the digital platform and increase your efficiency. All these beautiful things will boost your business growth, and also even you can think boldly that all this technology give you as SME a chance to bat with big companies.
Great. Thank you so much. I'm back with you, Mr. Larry. I feel like a lot of SMEs feel like going digital requires so much investment. So I want you to speak to that.
Okay, so it used to, right, but not anymore. The reason is that unlike every other thing, technology is one of those things that the better it gets, the cheaper it becomes, right? So I remember when I was in university, our data center, which is our server, could fit this whole room, right? And that was just about 450 gigabytes, right? So that same one you can put in your phone, right? Which is some of them can take terabytes. And if you look at the cost of building that back then in the university, it was a lot of cost. You have to buy the HVAC and all those things. So that's technology for you. So, and before, if you want to do anything, you need to buy your own server, you need to buy everything. Today, you don't have to do all those things. You just have to subscribe to services. I'm not here to advertise for them, but there are so many companies out there that can provide you technology, so you don't need to bother yourself with all those things. All you need to bother with yourself with is what exactly do I need to move my business from one place to the other. Once you figure that out, the technology to make you move it faster is available for you. It's just for you to just leverage on those technology. So how simple it is as simple as spending subscription fee, in some cases as little as $15, right, depending on the company that you're talking to. There are some of them, I even see local companies also providing some of these services. They can even do it for you at a cheaper price.
Thank you so much. So don't be afraid. It does not have to include very huge investment. Thank you so much, Mr. Larry. I'm still with you, but I'd like both of you to weigh in on this. I want you to speak to what segment you think that AI is going to create the greatest value for SMEs. Is it in terms of customer acquisition? Is it fraud prevention? Is it even decision making?
Okay. So I think that's a very good question. It depends, really. For me, HR and what AI is just something that will help you do better, right? So if for any reason you can complete a task in 6 weeks, with AI you can do it in a week, right? So now it's now a function of your priority. I will tell you what we use it for in the bank, for example. We use it to manage fraud. If you notice that in the last 2 years, Access Bank is the only bank that has not had, we have zero cyber fraud. Zero. And you know, when I say that, you can say, well, yeah, that seems is not easy, because at every point in time, every day, we have nothing less than 50 million attempts to hack the system, you know. So it's not a small thing. And just so you know, you can confirm, the industry, that's the whole industry, lost nothing less than 120 billion last year to cybersecurity fraud. So it's a very huge thing in the country. Now, what we do is we use AI to resolve this. Customer experience as well, you can use AI for that. I'll just speak to how we use some of these things. So for fraud, I already told you, we know how you do your business. So for example, my name is Larry. I'm here right now. I go to the ATM downstairs. Then 2 minutes later, I'm trying to make a withdrawal in 𝗏𝗏, right? You know, that's not possible. You know, even if I were to take a flight, I'm not going to do it in the next, you know, two hours, right? So the system knows this, and it will not make that transaction to come through. So you need to understand how you want to use AI in your own organization. But I'll tell you this. When you look at what you do as an organization, you need to ask yourself, what exactly do I want my customer, you know, what do I want to give back to them, right? If, for example, you want to give them speed, you can use AI to improve the speed of your business. If you want to give them better customer service, now, if you notice companies that lend out money, before, when they call you, they call you at any time and you pick your phone, you're upset, you know. But what we've done also, we have bots that call people, right? So what this bot AI does, they know the best time to call you. They know maybe, okay, you've just collected your salary, you know, things is okay. Then they will call you at that time to ask for the loan that you've borrowed. Now, so there are so many things you can use AI for. And I think the most important thing is this. Before you even contemplate using AI, you need to figure out your data, right? Because AI is not a spirit, right? It works on data. So if your company is such that you do business, but you don't have the good quality data, or you don't keep data, right, then you might struggle. And for SMEs, right, one of the things that you guys have that you don't really use, that you need to find a way to start to use, is data. Because, you know, today oil is the most important product, but that was yesterday. But today, the most important product is actually data. And that can tell you, if you look at the last 10 years, no, the last 15 years, the largest companies in the world were oil company, Texaco, Shell, Mobil, Bank of America. But if you look at them today, none of them is first 10. Now, the ones that are first 10 are companies that are using data, right? And that is what SME have. Every time you have a touch point with your customer, you need to keep the data. You need to find out, did you enjoy the service? Was that service good? You know, little things actually helps, you know, make your business good. I'll give you an example. I bought something on Gigi not long ago, and you know, did a transaction. The guy brought the stuff to the house, and 3 days later, he called me and said he wanted to find out how the experience is. I was shocked, right? Because, you know, most of these guys, they are done, they are moved on, right? And I said the experience was very good. And, you know, I saved his number, and the next thing, is now my go-to person anytime I need something on Gigi. Now that is what customer service is all about, and those kind of things you can use AI to be able to achieve those things as time goes on. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. I think one thing that I picked from there is the fact that the efficiency of the AI you use as an SME is as good as the quality of your data. So please ensure that you're keeping proper data for your business. Thank you so much. Clary, it's up to you. I wanted you to also speak to this.
Yes, actually, I shared the exactly same idea. Data and AI, they are together. Without data, you cannot access to AI. So data is your asset. So for example, have you ever think about, do you really understand your customer? How old are they? Are they female, male? Why they buy this one? And how much they spend this one? Why they buy this one? What's their requirements? What's their basic information? Have you done this one? So if you have all the basic data, even deeper data, then you use AI to do the analysis. This one will help you understand deeply about your customer. If you know more about your customer, it means that your customer will stay loyalty to you. So this is very important, and this is the first entrance for you to access data, access AI. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much, Glary. I'm still with you, Glary. Now, Huawei has played a significant role in enabling digital transformation globally. So from your perspective, we want to hear what opportunities exist today for Nigerian SMEs to leverage technology and AI so that they can play in the global space.
Yes. So we mentioned a lot of times, Nigeria, they have the most massive base for the entrepreneurs, and also the large young population, and also the fintechs, and also the banking vivid environment. These are all the very good environment for SMEs to seek a lot of opportunities. For example, the back to the topic. So now you can notice what you are doing the business now. So mostly is the physical, yeah. But this physical also is the limit for you to open your transactions. How can you not rely on the physical? Can you rely on the platform? Can you rely on the online transaction? If you have your platform, you have your online transaction with, so it means that your customer from all over the country can access to you easily. This is the first. The second one is the logistics delivery. Is that ready? Not yet, but it's a huge opportunity. Once they ordered online, once they ordered through your platform, how can they get their goods quickly? This is another thing. The third thing is like the banking transaction, the online transaction. You had to use the online transaction secured safely to fulfill all this journey, payment journey, and purchase journey. So these are huge opportunities in Nigeria.
Great, thank you so much. So she mentioned great platform, great logistics, and a great bank. And what bank are we talking about? I can hear you. Thank you so much. Now, Mr. Larry, I'm back with you. Now, we understand, and you have made it clear that technology alone does not transform a business, right? I want you to speak to mindset. Now, what kind of mindset are SMEs expected to have when it comes to digitization, AI, and the like?
All right, thank you. Okay, so even in Access, the mindset that we've always had, 80% of the solution we've developed had come in from the bank, right? So we, if you're in technology, which I am, everybody have ideas, right? So you wake up in the morning, somebody hears something, oh, they are doing this in this bank, we need to do this, so it's all those things. That's how we've been, building the hub and all that. But for once, this SME hub that we are talking about today is one of those things that we did it the other way around, right? So what we did was to actually ask our customer, what exactly do you want, right? And then once we understand what they wanted, we started building it from the ground up. Now, everything that we did, now, I'll give you one of the things that happened in those meetings that we had. There was a time we said, what logo should we use? And we voted within ourselves. And we picked a logo. And we were so happy about that logo. Then I asked the team, do a customer survey. And the logo we picked was the least preferred by our customers, right? Because sometimes we think we know our customers, but we never really don't understand what our customer wants. And this is one app that we've built, understanding what our customer wants, trying to see how we can meet those needs of our customers. And by the time you open that app, you will see that it was built primarily for our customers. You know, we put our technology behind this time around to say, fine, how do we solve your problems? Right? Those are the problems that they face on a regular basis. I'll give you an example. You have a salon. You want people to book your services. You sell stuff. You need inventory. Today, there are loads of solutions that you can pay to do those things. But when they are now in your app, you know, that is beauty. And that is what we've been able to build. Now, in terms of trying to see what to do in terms of digitalization or transformation, you need to understand what exactly do my customer need. If I can provide a solution for them, right, and that solution works for them, then I've been able to make their work easier. It's not the technology, it's not the fact that, oh, they must use this particular technology. It's also almost synonymous to cars, right? I've seen people in Nigeria in a terrain with the flood buy a Lamborghini or a Ferrari. I just realized that, you know, these are very good cars with good engines, but, you know, they are not useful, right? So you could actually get a Nissan that does more work. So it's not about the power, it's more about the productivity, and that's what we've been able to do. A solution that is simple. A school certificate user can use it, a graduate can use it, a professor can use it, everybody can use it. It's very simplistic, and that is what you need to do with your services.
Great. In other words, you cannot meet a need you do not understand.
Correct.
Thank you so much. Glary, I'm back to you. And I think we're going to be rounding up now. And so I wanted you to speak to this. When you see a lot of successful businesses, what are those habits that differentiate them from the businesses that are stagnant?
I think, yes, this is a very good question, because for the entrepreneurs, we need we need to read a lot of successful stories about how the entrepreneurs, giants, they grew up. So the most important thing that they are lifelong learners. They are keep learning, no matter the new technology come out, or no matter the new products come out. They are learning. They keep learning. So this is one important thing, because for this environment, they are changing very quickly and fast. You have to get the useful information every day to target what you want to do. The second one is that because for the entrepreneurs, how can you ensure your success? Your success cannot live without your customer. So this is another one that I will mention, is the obsession on your customer. You have to be customer centric. You have to be know clearly about your customer and really care about them, care about their failure, success, or care about their life. So this is the second one. The third one is the ecosystem. No entrepreneur will success alone. So also for the transformation, same. No transformation will happen without ecosystem. So ecosystem you can also say is collaboration. Yeah. If you do this one, can I collaborate with the other things? Then we make it an innovative product or solution for my customer. So these are the three things I want to mention.
Thank you so much, Glary. You cannot succeed alone is what she's trying to say. I mean, you need collaboration to work with other people. As they often say, that the sky is big enough for everybody to fly, right? Great. Thank you so much. I think this will be the last round of questions. I just want both of you to weigh in on this. If every of these entrepreneurs leave here today with just one thing, what would that be?
For this one, I think use or find a digital platform. For example, I think maybe Access Bank, this SME app is a way for you to start explore how can you bring your business digitally online. And I think Access Bank SME app have the potential to become a platform for entrepreneurs' business. So you can just try, no loss. Why not?
Exactly, right? No loss. Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right, thank you very much. It's customer obsession. Understand your customer needs more than anybody else. If you understand it more than anybody else, then what you need to do is to try to improve that customer needs on a regular basis. And there's something we call continuous improvement. You improve it today, you look at it again with a fresh eye, which is called first principle, as if you've not done anything in the first place, and try and improve it again the next day. You come to work the third day again, you try to improve the same service for the same customer, and before you know it, you will have provided your customer the best service ever.
Great, very well said. Thank you so much. Please put your hands together for these two amazing speakers as they go back to their seats. It's been a pleasure having you join us today.